Welcome back to the show, everybody. Hold that. One more thing! One more thing in my uncle voice. Bring me Google motherfucking Chrome! Google motherfucking Chrome, babe. You know what it is. Our friends over at Arca have news for you. I wish I'd have known this days ago. We'd have covered it, but it just seemed that it popped up in my Facebook feed just for me. So I figured, fuck it, we go through this new changelog. I've already read this, and the reason why we're going through this is because I read this, and there are some things that you definitely need to know about version 1.14, just so that you know. So let's do what it is. Like, here is some of the most important shit right here, flat off the top. The light version's going away. Honestly, I understand why Arca offered the light version. They did that as a favor to you. As a favor to all them people who get on the internet and bitch about not having options. Arca had the option, and you have had the option for a long time to buy the game piecemeal. No. You no longer have that option because it shouldn't have been an option in the first place because it's not an option on Steam, damn it. So, you get everything. So, the light version is going away, and with that, is that the standard version is going to drop down in price. The Gogi set is going to be adjusted in price. Hokuto and the Color Set A will be adjusted on the PS4. I have, because of what we'll get into a little bit as we read more in this changelog, it hasn't happened yet because it still needs a little more time, and we'll go through that as we say goodbye to something. Now, some new features that we got popping off is that, 9 new BGMs have been added to the default soundtrack. So there are more songs than ever. Now, the gold and silver colors and people who are Paloom and Volcano Rosso mans have been waiting, is that those gold and silver colors will be updated and be available for you to purchase when this update comes out sometime tomorrow. Now, here is the thing. The reason why this video exists, just in case you didn't know. If you play 1,000 matches of Fighting EX Leia in arcade... Oh, wait. That's the arcade version. That's the arcade version. Play 1,000 matches in the arcade version and you get to get all them colors. So for everybody playing the arcade version, that's kind of dope. I really felt like that was something to highlight because I think that's a cool way to sit up and reward players playing the game in the arcade. It would be kind of dope if that was on the console and the Steam versions, but I can kind of understand why. Because think about this. Here is one thing that Uncle Triple doesn't know, and maybe I should have researched. I have no clue how much per play it costs to play Fighting EX Leia in the arcade. I don't know. Let's just assume 100 yen. We'll just call it that. 100 yen a play, right? If you play 1,000 matches at 100 yen, I can do the math for you, but let me do some new math for you. That's a lot of motherfucking money. Okay, a lot of motherfucking money you done spent playing an awesome fighting game in an arcade setting. So of course, playing 1,000 matches, even at 50 yen a set, that's a lot of money that you spend. So I think that's a really cool thing, and I'm like, that is something to be applauded that Arca thought of. But then, you know what I'm saying, still, for all my console fans, and that's the majority of us, that's you watching this, and that's definitely my ass, is that, just get out there and buy them colors, man. Just get out there and buy those color packs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That I do wonder, because because of the format that Arca runs on cards, I wonder, do those unlock for individual characters or for the whole cast? That should be, because again, remember, one of those costumes costs $5 a pop for the gold and silver colors. You know what I'm saying? So I know somebody who ball out like that, man. Jay, I see you. I see you, my sparring partner. I see you, my nigga. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So is that they've also done some updating stuff by updating how the matchmaking works, and I'm thinking that that's for all things. So the arcade is a little bit easier because of how networking things, because of how that game runs on Nesca or whatever. But when it comes to the Steam and PS4 version, I've heard some things that people have a hard time finding matches. But so it's good that they are addressing that. So, you know what I'm saying? Applaud that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to some balance changes, is that hitboxes have been adjusted on jump attacks. Is that Cross-up frames have been reduced on those said jump attacks across the entire cast, made it so that characters are not knocked back when getting hit or blocking a cross-up attack while jumping, because that was a lot of things that I really heard about the game, that people were actually having issues with cross-up. I've heard a couple of the complaints. It's like I just took it as it was, as a gameplay quirk, and that's just what it was. But it's good that Arca is seeing that that's a problem, that they are making those adjustments. Is that they've adjusted the input for command grabs. So now for Shirase and Sanane, is that they have their own separate input, because I am trying to think of the command off the top of my head, and I do not want to sit here all day trying to think of it. So it was seen that, you know, those have been adjusted. Also for Hokuto, Allen, and Jack, they've also had their command grab adjusted. They've had their command grab changed and adjusted too. So it'll be interesting to see on 1.14 to see what those commands have been changed to. And after counter moves, it's now completely invisible until the active frames of the following attack. So there have been some instances, because I play a little Hayate, so in that I've gotten blown up after a counter sometimes. So it happens. When you do a counter correctly and you still sometimes get blown up. Very rarely it happens, but blow ups can happen. So it's good that they're fixing that. So it is what it is. And now we got specific stuff. It's like we got the Soul Absorber guard, or, you know what I'm saying? No, the G.O.D, quote unquote. Is that Jazan will now always hone in on your opponent's position, and after a block, Jazan Garda is now on a jumping state, and trajectory on the low, medium, high burn have all been adjusted. Now the hit stop on the Skull Head for Skullomania has been adjusted. The heavy version of the Shadow Press will always hone in on the opponent's position. As someone, again, who plays Shadow Guys, I know how that Shadow Press can be a little wonky sometimes, so it's good that they're fixing it. Blair, the damage on her standing and crouching attacks have been increased. The shoot kick damage has been decreased. The sliding arrow now performs the grab follow-up on crouching opponents. Chip damage has been added to sliding arrow on block, and a slight change on the shoot kick's movement, easier for the second part to hit. So, as a Blair Day main, I appreciate a lot of this, because, again, Blair's a great character. However, in that, she became a beast with the right Gogi setup. Mainly, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we actually play some Fight in the X Layer. So these are some definite great, and I mean great changes for Blair, because, you know what I'm saying, like the shoot kick don't do no damage. But at the same time, is that as someone who plays the character, is that I was using shoot kicks for ending in juggles and trying to do mix-up type shit. So it's like the damage didn't really matter, because I was going more for pressure for that, using that move anyway, especially when I was hit confirming into it. So, you know what I'm saying, it's good that it's going to be doing a little bit more damage when that update comes out. We got a whole bunch of bug fixes. I ain't going to go through all this, but let's just take a look at a couple here. It's like, yo, Hokuto's hair will grow larger. I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube. Let me see. Issue where characters will be in the wrong direction after being hit by the dark wire from behind. Fixed an issue where left and right position will be swapped after Blair's sliding arrow, where Hayate's crouching high punch will not hit certain characters. It fixed the issue where Kairi's Skullman and Hayate's crouching high punch will not hit on certain characters. And the same for a standing high punch on Shadow Guys. Will hit certain characters in a way that it wasn't supposed to. I thought I wasn't gonna read all these, but yeah, here we are. Fixed an issue where Volcano Rosso's standing medium kick would not be given dash properties. Wow, I'm like, I do a little dabbling with the boy Volcano Rosso, so that's kind of weird to know that that standing medium kick wasn't a dash cancelable normal. Kind of strange, but good that they're fixing that. They fixed an issue in arcade mode where certain visual effects will remain on the screen after activating Ghost. Fixed an issue in display menu where the options did not display match what was on the screen. And they fixed this issue in the Gogi menu where certain the Gogi would make one able to switch decks. Fixed another issue in training mode where the effect of the power reversal would not reset. Fixed the issue in the expert mode where the win count from Kumite will be displayed. And fixed an issue where your expert mode clear time will be saved in an unintended location. and also fixed an issue where unplugging and replugging USB cable to lead to a crash, and that's the Steam version issue. So it is what it is with that, and those are all of your changes. Just want to scroll down just a little bit. I ain't trying to put all these people on blast, but let's take a look at some pictures. You want to take a look at some pictures? We're not done yet, but I just want to show y'all some pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, look at that, look at that, look at that Gold Volcano Rock. Look at that swagger right there. Look at that balloon. Hello, hi, hi, hi. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is with that. Just want to scroll down just a little bit more. I ain't trying to put people on blast. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I haven't gotten a chance to sit down to watch the Fight in the Clay stuff from Evo Japan, but I really want to sit down. This is what I wanted to take a look at with y'all real quick. Is that sometime tomorrow, all this stuff is starting to happen. Is that when the arcade version getting updated first, and this stuff is just gonna slowly sweep through the world tomorrow. So usually, given all this information, for me on Uncle Triple time, this stuff is gonna happen 10 o'clock. This stuff is gonna happen 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow my time, where all these updates and stuff, because that's usually when PSN updates every week for me at around anywhere between like 9:55, 10 o'clock, 10:05, and that's kind of interesting to know that you should know what time, because sometimes you can still get stuff on sale at 10:01. Sometimes that can happen, and it's happened to me. I was checking out at 10 o'clock, and it just happened to let me catch the sale. So sometime about 10 o'clock tomorrow, all these updates should be out. If y'all want me to do something, man, to take a look at this stuff, man, let me know, man. I might be able to fit in a stream or something. We'll see. I don't know what my schedule looking like tomorrow, but I know I'm gonna be here early, so I might be able to get a stream popping off. But yeah, so it's like the price adjustments are coming. Is that the update are going to be coming across the world as it comes, and then as these additional price adjustments and everything like that. So let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye to an old friend. Yep, Fighting the X-Layer, the light version, it's going away. It's going away. I'm like, again, I said this at the top, and I'll say it again. Y'all should be thanking Arca that they offered you an option, because let me say this, I'm like, I done made a whole bunch of videos today to catch up on all the news, and I've said this at least twice. A lot of y'all bitch way too much about shit you shouldn't be bitching about. Sometimes you should just be thankful that you getting something versus getting nothing at all. And Arca did this at a loss to them, and they still sitting up here profiting. So you ain't nothing but love. Ain't nothing but love for them, and thank you guys and the wonderful folks at Arca for doing your thing by making a wonderful fighting game. But the light version is going away. It's like, at this point, because of what you know watching this video at this point, if you haven't bought the game, there's no reason to buy this light version at this point, because who knows, it may be this $39.99 tomorrow, because it is the standard version, which is $59.99 right here, which I have purchased for cash money. So I wish there was a way for me to look at some other shit, but I don't think that's necessary. So it is what it is. So I just want to show you that, man. Yo, bring it back to me real quick. Bring it back to me. So let me get comfortable. Actually, you know what? Let me get some of that La Agua. Where's my water? No, that's not it. No. There's water bottles everywhere. Like, again, like I said earlier in the newscast, I gotta keep me a water bottle on deck now, man. That's doctor's orders. You know what I'm saying? Like, they sitting up here saying that I'm not drinking enough water. I think I drink too much water. And I'm still trying to find this water. And I cannot. How did I lose a whole water bottle? Oh, wait. I remember. Never mind. It's upstairs. It's upstairs. I went upstairs to go get some water and then forgot to... Oh, wait. Here it is. Never mind. Damn, because I know oh, yeah, this is the other water bottle. Never mind. I'm tripping. That was worth it. The whole bit, Nina, everything worth it to get some of that. Water good for you, baby, man. Keep your water on deck, man. Keep yourself healthy. Look, now we done with the news. We done officially. I almost forgot about putting this out, but we done with the news now. We got more show for you, and we got some. I got some I gotta do today. I'm like, I gotta do it. If I don't do nothing else, the things that was supposed to be included with doing it, is I have to do this one thing. But I'm gonna do that a little bit later. I gotta get some things set up. So if I can't pop off those other things, great. If not, we can do it tomorrow. But there is something that just has to be done, and it will be. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned. You know who I am. You know Yeti. You know what we do. You know what we do. And if you don't, you probably watched the end of the video. You should just know what we do. More show for you right after these commercial messages. Yeah. Fighting the ex-leg. Get that in your life. However you do it. However you get in, how you fit in. More show after these commercial messages.